Sunday morning, rain or shine, gotta make the game on time. All week long, gotta train, cause I'm better than the rest. Alright. Alright. Match to start, feeling good. Rival team is raving too. On the field, think of you. Trainer says some love tonight. Alright. Alright.
Football crazy, yeah. Guess I'm just football mad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Staten Island Soccer Report, coming to you live tonight from the studios of CTV. Well, we hit number 33, show number 33, moving right along. Boy, I tell you, it's going quick. Today's topic, I think we're gonna touch on, does soccer really matter? That'll be, I think, the topic of tonight's show. If you see the number right on the screen there, it's 646-302-7401. Anybody would like to call in and ask, does soccer really matter to you as a soccer player, coach, or a fan? Well, as you can see, next to me, the seat's empty and waiting for it to be occupied by one and the only, not Frank Tricomi tonight, but I think we're going to call in Brian LaPriore to sit in for Frank tonight, as Frank has been called, I believe, for some holiday duties. Well, we're waiting for Brian to make his way in.
Alrighty. Hello, John.
Brian,
Hello.
thank you again for filling in.
Thank you.
I see you got a shirt on there.
Yes.
What kind of shirt? What is that?
Well, obviously, I don't know if we get it on screen, but I don't
I-
think we can. I'll read it out for
Well,
you.
just read it. Yeah.
It says Stand On Soccer Reports.
Okay. Excellent. That's a pretty nice shirt. Where'd you get that?
Where'd I get it?
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
I did.
I think
Where's
you did.
Where's my shirt?
When was your shirt? Didn't you make a shirt?
Yeah, I didn't wear it tonight, but
You
anyhow.
didn't wear it tonight.
Anyhow, the topic tonight, I think we could stick with, does soccer matter?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter at all?
It doesn't matter what soccer.
I think it matters to a
Matters.
lot of people, but why does it matter? Speaking of why does it matter, I think the great, the one and only, Pele, came out with a book
Really?
recently. Yeah, and the title was Why Soccer Matters.
Right.
I really haven't gotten a chance to read the book yet, but any comments on that?
Well, it's a good-looking book.
Well, you can't say it's a great book if you haven't read the book yet.
I didn't read the book
So
yet.
let's not, no fibbing on the show. This is a true show.
Hey.
All right.
I guess it's a.
So-
I know it's supposed to be a soccer show.
Right. So, well, this is a soccer book, all right?
How consider it a soccer book? It doesn't have no picture of a soccer ball on it.
Well-
It just shows Pele's face on it.
Well, there are pictures. There's not too many, but there are a couple of pictures inside with Pele as a member of the New York Cosmos.
Right.
It's just skimmed through it. It is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell a lot about his life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me just slide over here a little bit. Yeah. Let me get closer to Brian. I don't want to get too close, but
What's wrong? Yeah.
So anyhow, soccer. I think it matters to a lot of people, a lot of kids, especially on the island here.
Yes.
As the soccer season is about to begin for the rest of the league.
Yes.
As we know, Staten Island Soccer League started back, I believe it was late March.
Mm-hmm.
For the older kids, the U14s, the U13s, and the U12s.
Yeah.
I think the rest of the league will start
Yeah.
the weekend after Easter, which is the 25th, or 26th, I'm sorry. So the rest of the league will start going. I mean, again,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the best, one of the number one sport in the world. Soccer, we're talking, right?
No, it's not.
I think-
Football is. Well,
We're talking
they call
worldwide.
us- wow.
Worldwide. American football is not played in all over the world. It's definitely not. It's in parts of the world, but not everywhere. So, what's going on? Anything new? How's before we go any further with soccer, how's your show coming along? Let the viewers of the Staten Island Soccer Report here in on a little bit of what's going on with your show.
On my show, it's called Lapel Report. There's no "the" in it. If anyone have you ever watched Simpsons?
Yes.
You remember Sideshow Bob?
Yes.
Kelsey Grammer was the voice of Sideshow Bob.
How can I not?
And,
Yeah.
and he had he has the obscenity against Bart Simpson. So
Yes.
Bart Simpson, there was an episode where Bart questioned,
True.
why do you have a sign that says "Die Bart Die"? So Sideshow Bob, Kelsey Grammer goes like, no Bart, you know, you don't. It's actually German.
Yeah.
See, "die" in German means "the," as in "the Bart the." I don't use the word "the" Lapel Report because in German "the" means "die."
Oh, okay. Good. All right.
Okay, so it's just Lapel Report. I had a.
So what's going on the
Yes.
on the
There's no "the."
no the
No "the." It's like I said, German.
the
There's no "the." Danes die.
what's going on the Lapio report? Like, what do you do?
Had a guest on. He was an author.
Okay.
He was actually an award-winning
Nice.
mystery writer.
Excellent.
Plus, he was also a former award-winning producer.
Good
Yes.
stuff. So you basically interview people, all sorts of. It's like a variety show.
It's not variety, more of a talk show.
It's a talk show. Well, you
mean-
have a variety of guests on,
Yeah,
all different
that's true.
topics, all different topics.
Yeah.
When's your show on?
It comes on Monday nights, 6:30 on Channel 34,
Monday night.
Time Warner Files, and it comes on Thursday night at 10:30.
Boy,
also on
that's
34.
for the
It
late
has
early.
come on other times too, so there's no
But
local listening
specifically
checks.
Monday. Monday's your
Mondays usually
Monday's
comes
your
on.
number one
Yes,
slot.
you have a choice of either watching me, Brian LaPure, or Brian Williams.
Well,
So you gotta make it. You say it's a tough choice, but
I'd probably DVR you and watch you. Yeah, definitely.
yes.
So what's coming up on your show? Anything? Next?
Nothing yet. Like I
When's your
said,
next taping?
next taping is not until May 3rd.
Oh, the day after.
Yes,
It's called the day after. You know
Yeah.
what the day before May 3rd is?
May 2nd.
Exactly. You're sharp tonight.
Is it May? Yeah, May 3rd. I'm doing it.
Yeah. May 3rd is the first. Oh,
Yes.
May 3rd is a Sunday.
No.
You better recheck that.
I'm gonna check my calendar
You're
right
doing
now.
it May 1st. Your next show is May 1st. Well, while Brian
not
figures that out, I think we'll move right along here with this show, the Staten Island Soccer Report.
Nope, it's May. I'm sorry.
It's May 1st.
It's May 1st.
Thank
wow,
you.
1st of May.
Thank you.
Interesting.
You know what? We're going to jump right in. Once again, live call-ins, 646-302-7401. We'll take your calls, anything that's got to do with soccer, on the island, off the island, around the world. As we all know, the World Cup is approaching, Brian.
Yes, it is.
You know, and I believe they just released over 90 million tickets
Oh, really?
for sale. I think that was Thursday.
Are any of those stadiums safe these days?
Well, I gotta believe that they are safe. You know, FIFA's definitely gonna take all the measures, you know, to make sure everyone coming into Brazil, the players, the fans, and the media, making sure that everyone's safe while the games are going on.
Yes. And be careful down there. There are people. There's plenty of people out there in Brazil that want to take advantage if you don't speak the proper language right. They'll speak to you English in a second language, but their primary language
Yeah.
is Portuguese.
Well,
so
that,
you
you know-
got to know plenty of Portuguese down there.
That'll probably happen, you know, just about anywhere you go.
That's true.
You know, on vacation, if you're not, you know, you gotta be careful. But of course,
Yes.
definitely.
And if you're a single guy, be careful with the single woman too. They may be more than just a woman.
Well, we know Brazil, you know, Rio.
That's right.
Rio's party
Rio.
city.
That's right.
And let's just hope.
Rio de Janeiro.
Let's just hope the one and only team, Italia, will win their 5th World Cup.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Spain's a better team.
Spain, no. Spain is an aging team.
Doesn't look. They won 2009.
Well, we're in
They went all the way. Let me tell you something. Spain went all the way,
we're in 2014
and
now.
Italy screwed up in 2012.
Well, 2012,
Yeah, wasn't the World Cup?
no, 2010.
2010.
Every 4 years they play.
Well, Italy screwed up. They couldn't get a point on the board, and the other team scored 4-0. Was it Spain? I think it was Spain, wasn't it?
They lost to Spain, and it wasn't the World Cup.
It was something else. It was the Goodwood game, not Goodwood games. It was
It was in Brazil.
it was-
They played the Confederations Cup.
right.
in Brazil. That wasn't
Yes.
the World Cup. They did lose 4-0.
They lost for nothing. An
You
embarrassing.
tip your hat
4-0.
to Spain, of course. You know,
Yes.
they've been champions. They've won the last 3 major tournaments:
Mhm.
European, World Cup.
They
right?
host the Olympics in 1992.
Okay, so
Over 20 years.
you definitely tip your
might
hat
have
to
a
them.
phone call. You might have a phone call
I
right
think
now.
we may have a call, and let's just check out. Let's see what we got going on. Hello.
Yes, it's Hector.
Hey Hector, hold on. Let's get you here on the speakerphone here. Let's get you because we got Brian doing double duties here tonight. Okay. All right, Hector. You're live on the Staten Island Soccer Report. How you feeling first and foremost?
I'm not doing too good, but I'm glad I was able to call in. Sorry I wasn't able to make it.
That-
Normally I do make those things. But, you know, I always wanted to know, and this is always in somebody's, in everybody's mind,
Okay, let's take it off then.
why is Brazil so dominant?
Well, that's a really good question. Why is Brazil so dominant? I got to tell you that they live and breathe the game of soccer in Brazil. I mean, just like they do in Europe. But, you know, very skilled players. I mean, as soon as they're born, I tell you, it's in their blood. Other than that, I mean, like I said, they live and breathe the game of soccer in Brazil.
Well, you know how they play volleyball? They don't use their hands. They actually use their hands, their heads and their feet. They don't use their hands.
Right, exactly.
That's how they play volleyball, so I'm assuming that's going to be good. But Italy also is particularly, Mexico and Italy are normally also dominant as well.
I think you're right. You're right about that. Mexico, more recently, they've had a really tough time qualifying, but they finally did at the 11th hour. They qualified for the World Cup. But yeah, Mexico, their fans are crazy for the sport. They love it. Like we were just talking with Brian a few minutes ago. This is the #1 worldwide sport, soccer. It's #1 around the world.
It is number one around the world, but it just doesn't get the publicity in America.
No.
Because it's so hard to cover.
Yep.
And there's no TV time or anything like that, so it's very hard to cover. It's just like cricket.
Yes, it's definitely never gonna go anywhere. I don't think in my lifetime in this country, soccer would never grow. Although, that being said, Major League Soccer is growing. We're gonna have, I believe, 2 more teams coming into the league next season. One of them being in New York, and that would be 2 teams of soccer in this city alone. I don't think I've ever thought I'd see that.
That would be great. I miss the New York Cosmos.
Yes.
I miss the indoor soccer league, the New York. I forgot their.
The Arrows, the New York Arrows.
For Georgia, those were great teams.
The-
Great teams.
And I'm glad you remember that, Jamie. I'm sorry, I called you
Hector.
Jamie.
Oh Jesus! Now my partner in crime.
Yep,
Jamie
yep.
Hickson.
I
Oh, God.
actually miss you and Jamie together and on in the bleachers. I definitely miss that. You know, we got.
I miss it too, and I miss him and IWH because, I was the good guy and he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
He always treated me bad, but he's a good guy. I love him like
Yeah,
that.
he's great. I don't know if
But
he's in the
I wanted
house.
to ask you, the guy that was hurt at the Kansas City, his name is Ike Opera.
I'm not familiar with him.
OPARA. He hurt his ankle. He's out for the end of the season.
Oh wow, that's devastating because they just started the season.
And he's out for the season. He's supposed to be a very, very good soccer player, as well as
Let's
the
try
Red
it
Bulls,
again.
who's got their own very good soccer players. Very good. There are 2, but I can't quite get their names right at the moment.
The Red Bulls have started the season on a losing note. Let's see. We got you here, Hector? Okay. Okay. Hector, you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. The Red Bull have started this season, I believe, with 4 ties and 2 losses. Not exactly what you want to do to start off a season in the first 6 games. In my mind, they really don't have any quality star player like you would call maybe a David Beckham type of player.
Right.
They definitely do not have that. And New York needs that. I don't care what team, what sport. You have to have star players here. You know,
I thought they had one player.
they have Theo Henry.
They had that one player that's supposed to be very good. That the Red Bulls were going after him, and they finally signed him.
I'm not sure. I mean, they have Theo Henry. He's the Frenchman, but
Yeah.
he's on the decline. He doesn't even play every week.
What is it about New York, the New York teams, that they can't get that star player? They can't get like 2 or 3 star players. I mean, I wish we can get Ronaldo.
Oh man,
He was good.
that would yeah.
Little Ronaldo when he was good too. You know.
I'll tell you this, and you know, in soccer, we're probably never gonna get a star player in their prime only because of money. They're paying them a lot more in Europe and all over parts of the world. So coming to the United States, they'll probably come here on the decline when their career is probably just about over, just to make a few more dollars. But they won't come here when in their prime unless they start paying top dollar.
And I'm surprised because, like you said, soccer is a growing sport. It's a growing sport in the United States. It may not be televised so much, but there is wealth here.
Yeah, I mean, New York is going to get another team, and, you know, the Yankees are backing them up. They're part owners, and they're going to be playing for the first 3 seasons in Yankee Stadium. So, but there's a cap also. Major League Soccer has a cap, which is not good. I believe David Beckham spoke about that last week, saying that they should lift the cap. There should be no cap on soccer. But
If there wasn't any cap, who would be the top 3 that would go all out? Would it be New York? One of them would be New York, I should say.
I think one of them would definitely be New York. It should be New York. But then again, you never know how these owners think. L.A. Galaxy would definitely be one, just because they've signed Beckham. They've got a big-time coach. And maybe Seattle, because from watching games on television, they always sell out, and it's a tough place to play. Soccer, even football for that matter. So Seattle will definitely be one, in L.A. I'm hoping New York would. You always hope your hometown team would go out and get quality players, you know.
Yeah, do you know what the second New York team's going to be, or are they going
Yes.
to do the contest all over again?
No, they've already established the team name, also the team logo. The team name is going to be New York City FC. And
The New York City FC, what does that stand
FC, I'm assuming it's football club.
for? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
At least you cleaned it up good. That was
Yeah. So, they also got their logo. I mean, you could look it up online. You'll see the logo. They'll be playing in Yankee.
No, but there's so many things going on in soccer, especially throughout the country. Like I said, they have 3 sections, like in Brazil and Italy and all them other countries. They have A, B, and C teams.
Right.
And what is it? Major League, minor league, and AAA, something like
Well,
that.
you got. Well, for instance, in Italy, you have a Serie A, which is an A division. Then you have a B division, and then you have a C division. And those are the teams that the top 20. There's 20 teams. The bottom 3 will get demoted to B, and the top 3 from B will get promoted to A. That's how that works.
Wow. Is that fair to people, or is that fair? Do you think? Or?
Oh, yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, there's so many bad teams. Even playing in Europe, there's a lot of bad teams, and they should demote more than 3. I think, in my mind. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything. There's just so many bad teams.
No, that's okay.
You know, that'll probably motivate, if you're a not so good team, motivate you to play well every week.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's how they work it. That's how they give people in the B division a chance to move up. The top 3 in B will come to A. I would make it the bottom 5 from the bottom 5 from the A division. If you guys are in the bottom 5, you're going to B. You're going to play in the B division, and the top 5 from B, come on over to play with the big boys, and we'll see what you got.
Yeah, see what they can do.
Right, exactly. And then
what happens if your top 5 from B team can only play in the B division, and they can't be in the you know, A division, then you're in trouble because you got too many B
Right.
teams then.
Right. Well, you know, it gets confusing, but again, if you can't play in the A division, they'll know right away. You'll have one season there, and then you're going to go right back to B. So
What do you think of Brazil getting the World Cup?
I don't, you know, to be honest with you, you know, and I'm an Italian fan. There's no secret about that. You can see that on the screen.
Yes, I see.
I think Brazil, of course, is a great team. I don't believe that they have a good defense. They're known to be a scoring team, and I don't think their back line and goaltending are gonna make it, you know, to the finals. I don't think they can make it with that back line.
No, that's true. But the town itself, the city of Brazil, is going to be.
Oh, they're gonna be crazy. Yeah, you know, Hector. They're gonna. There's a lot of pressure on Brazil because they're playing at home, and that alone could hurt a team. No team has ever won the World Cup on their home soil. So you know, we'll see what Brazil. I don't think Brazil is gonna do it. Would I?
Even if they don't, at least if they make it to the top three.
Right.
Even though the Brazilians will be mad if they don't make it at least to the playoffs, to the top two.
Yeah. To the final.
I'm pretty sure. You
No,
know, you're right. It's bad when you don't have them make it at least to the top two because they'll be pissed. I'm sure that hopefully there won't be any more riots.
Oh, I hope not. You know, that's what Brian and I were talking about earlier about safety, and I think FIFA will definitely make sure there's enough security at the stadiums and everyone will be safe. Listen, having partying and all that stuff, that's all fine and dandy, but do it in a safe manner, you know?
Exactly. And, you know, I know soccer fans like baseball fans and so forth, they're a little bit different types of fans, but we're all passionate about the game.
Exactly.
They go out there, like in the football, they're passionate and they're ready to break out into fights.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen fights. You know, for whatever reason, in Europe, they get these fire flares into the stadiums, and they cause smoke, and you know that stuff that we could do without. But it could be dangerous. Again, you know, you hope that you see everyone in a safe manner. You know, come the World Cup.
Especially, and even on Staten Island, I mean, people are very passionate here on Staten Island when they see
Right.
their children play.
Oh yeah.
They're ready to fight the referee.
All right, tell me about it. I know I'm a referee myself, so.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
So you should know what kind words they tell you.
Yeah, they would definitely, if they don't like the call, they let you hear about it. But as a referee, you just got to have in one ear and out the other. You just got to ignore a lot of that stuff, you know.
Are you able to throw them out?
Actually, as a referee, if I'm refereeing a game and a parent gets out of line, the coach will get a red card. The coach is responsible for keeping the parents sort of, you know, under control. So the head coach will probably get thrown out if a parent.
How are the Staten Island teams doing so far?
Well, not every team, not every age group has started playing yet. I think the 13s and the 14-year-olds started, but you know what? There's pretty good soccer on this island. You know, there's good competition. Of course, you know you got the good teams, you got the bad teams. I've done one weekend so far, and I've had some pretty good games.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. We've had a big immigration, people coming from New York to here to Staten Island,
Right.
and there's a lot of immigrants here that are booming with soccer.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see that more and more. And it's not like before, where I used to see them play in the park. I used to see cricket played in the park.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see that too once in a while. It's not.
That's it's always a good thing. Diversity, it's a good thing. You know, bring down all different nationalities. Again, it's just it's a world sport, so everyone knows soccer. You know, it's inexpensive. All you need is a pair of shoes and a soccer ball, and you're right.
You don't even need a pair of shoes as long as you have a ball to kick. I mean,
Exactly.
if you're really that poor, you know, if you live in a poor neighborhood,
Right.
you know, but
All you need is
you know,
sneakers. Yeah, sneakers and a ball.
Exactly.
You know, way back when Pele started out, and I was showing the book earlier. You know, he had rocks that he was kicking around. Okay, can you imagine? They were kicking rocks around to play this sport. So, and then
Yeah, no.
and then it turned into like newspaper taped up, you know, made out of ball, you know. So,
Yeah.
but
And it's a great thing that a player like of that magnitude can come out, and that's like what, every 10 years or so that you see a player like that
yeah, like
come
pay,
out
well,
of that magnitude. You know, I mean, who do you have? Pele Cabanas.
Cabañas. So you're going back. You're going back to the Cosmo days. Yeah. Well, right.
Exactly. You know, I'm sorry, but those are the only guys that I really remember.
Don't be sorry because I was back in those days myself, and I love the Cosmos. I miss them.
I mean, the New York Cosmos were like the New York Yankees, man. I mean,
Exactly,
even if you
yep.
wasn't into soccer, you
Yeah.
knew their names.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They were big in that time.
You know what? I think also in that time they were televised on free television, so it was easy for
Number
people.
9.
Right, Channel 9. There you go. Now you got to pay. Everything is on cable. And people, you know, not everyone has cable. You would think the majority of people do with the internet and cable, but there's a lot that don't. A lot of people that don't.
Yeah, and that's a shame because with, you know, with soccer being such a big sport,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that they have it in cable because you actually get to see the games without slight interruptions.
Yeah. Right.
On cable now,
Right.
whereas if you see it on free TV, you would have more interruptions, you know.
Right.
But so there's a good and a bad side to everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's games now that like some kind of like Champion League games, specific type of games that I want to see, and they have it on like the pay-per-view. I would never order pay-per-view movie to watch a game. If it's not on any cable network like an NBC Sportnet or an ESPN, that's it. I won't watch it.
I don't blame you.
You know, I would definitely not pay an extra $40,
I
$50.
don't blame you.
That's
Hey, Brian, what's your favorite team in soccer, Brian?
I don't have a favorite team in soccer.
Oh, you don't?
No, I
Wow.
don't.
I would figure since you're a New Yorker, you would go for the New York, you know, Bulls.
The Red Bulls.
the New York Red Bulls.
The Red Bulls, oh, jeez.
The
What
one-
were they called before?
Before they were Metro Stars, but you know what? They play in jerseys. I don't know why don't they just stick to a jersey.
Exactly.
You know, this.
That's why I'm glad we're actually having a New York team that we
Yeah.
can call our own.
That's right, and they'd be playing in the Bronx, the big bad Bronx.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah, so-
well, I hope the Big Bad Bronx bring in some big bad teams.
I think they will. I think they'll bring in players, but again, you know, coming to, you know, if you're a player, say even if you were Giorgio or Cabañas, because they started out. Cabañas was he a Brazilian?
Cabañas?
Spanish.
He was Italian.
No. Well, anyway, even Pele, before he came to the Cosmos, he made his big bucks back in Brazil. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he came here towards the end of his career. So, you know, again with this cap and the money being short here, and they don't pay players much. You're really not going to attract anyone great.
I mean, you as a manager, even though you have the cap, how would you go out and say, okay, this is better than playing for the international? My team is better to play with than the international team.
I mean,
how would you frame it?
I'd definitely make phone calls to people, but I think I'd get laughed at if I said to them, "Listen, come play in the States, you guys." You know, they'd probably laugh at me, say, "Well, how much am I getting paid?" You know, 20,000 a year compared to 20 million.
You can come. Hopefully, you can do it with advertisement and so forth. If they're
Right.
that good of a player,
Yes.
like Beckham,
Like-
and, you know, the Wiz and so forth. I mean, the Wiz, did commercials for these things.
Right, you know that's true, but not everyone's like a Beckham. Beckham was an easy sell, I guess. You know, I think he did a lot of underwear commercials.
Exactly.
Right.
Not too many people could do underwear commercials. except
Exactly.
myself.
Now I believe.
I don't even have pick for that yet.
Speaking of Beckham, I think he's going to be an owner of the Miami team coming into the league. You know.
You know, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. He's
how
definitely.
many teams do we have all in general right now?
Right now we have actually, let's see, we got 19 and you have about 3 that I know of off the top of my head: Miami, Orlando, and New York. So 3 more teams coming. I mean, the teams are growing, which is always good. So it's not really a total loss. Again, you just wish that they would. First of all, heck, they're playing at the wrong time of the year. This is a winter sport.
Right.
In Europe, the leagues are now just about ending. In May, they'll come to an end, and our league is just starting up. So they got it backwards a little bit, as far as that.
But if it's played in the summer, I mean, you can't do it because of the baseball. Baseball's very
Right.
popular over here still.
Right, it's huge,
To
and
watch, so it wouldn't be good to do it in the summer. And we have horrific winters, unless you're playing in a dome, which for some reason New York never thinks of that, playing in a dome.
but you know what, Hector? In Europe, they get the same. They get snow, they get cold winters, and they play the sport there. If it's really bad, where it's a blizzard, then you just cancel the game. But they play with gloves and hats on in soccer.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that for some reason in the States we don't bring people like in Brazil or in Italy and in Mexico. We don't bring in the big superstars.
No.
We don't start them. We don't breed them here.
Not yet. No, we don't, because they
We have a lot of soccer players, so I'm wondering, because of the new people, the new teams that are coming in, do you think
Right.
it'll weaken the division?
it might. It all depends. I think that they're going to get these players from the college level. It can weaken the teams, because I believe they're all going to lose a player to the new team, and they're also going to bring in college players. So it can weaken teams, but
And
what?
it could weaken the attendance, and people will stop going to the games.
Right, the attendance. Well, you know what? The average attendance for a major league game is probably about 15,000. That's not a lot, compared to Europe.
But again, depending upon how much the ticket is here, I'm pretty sure that since you have a lot of immigrants that enjoy soccer, I'm sure that you'll get them. If it's in the Bronx or someplace easy to get to, I'm sure you'll get more than 15,000.
Well, once they play in the Bronx, Yankee Stadium sits about 56,000, and the tickets are very reasonable. I think a ticket starting price is like $15, $15 to $18. That's very reasonable these days.
Yeah. I mean, for those that could afford it, and hopefully they'll have a better team than the Red Bulls.
I think they'll be committed to having a good team, only because the look at who's backing them up. Now, if you're the Yankees and, you always want to win as a Yankee, right?
Exactly.
And I think they're going to want to have a good soccer team also. And also, the other partner that backs them up is the Man City United. They play in England, and they're another top-notch team in England. So.
Yeah, that's right. And
Right.
hopefully they can bring some of their players to play over here.
They can,
And back and forth, like they do like with Beckham's case. When his league started
Right.
in the European League, he just went back right over there.
Right. A lot of players could come here on loan. The seasons are off season, so they could definitely play too. All depending on the player, if he wants to take that risk and play all year round too. So.
Yeah, exactly, because you need your rest and relaxation too.
Yeah.
But all in all, you should do well. I mean, hopefully it's able to be done. You're able to do it.
The sport, it's growing. Me personally, I like to see more top-notch players come here. So that's just that's the only thing with me, my opinion.
No, I don't blame you. I would like to see top-notch players too.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, going back to the Cosmos, you had like a rock band there. Every player was really good.
Right.
And the rest of the teams were almost up to par to the Cosmos.
Right.
Every team that played in that era
they
was
were
just as good.
Yeah, they were great. Hector, you know what? I just wanted to let the viewers know here. You were supposed to be on tonight due to some personal, issues you got. You couldn't make it tonight. But while you're on, let everybody know about your show, when it's on, and what it's about, real quick.
Sunday, Channel 34, the Home Invaders Variety Show at 11 o'clock p.m. And it's just a variety show where I'll bring anybody, like Brian was on it, you
Right.
was on it.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people come on the show. I'm there to not only help myself, but to help other people as
Right.
well, to bring out their talent and to
Excellent.
let the people on there speak their minds about whatever they have to speak of.
Excellent.
I mean, that's what I try to bring to my show. I think my show is very unique in that aspect, you know, compared to other shows.
Right. Okay.
That's
Any-
it. Sunday, 11 p.m. Every Sunday, you know.
Every Sunday, 11 p.m. Channel 30,
4.
Channel 34. Definitely.
And let me see. My website is homeinvadersvarietyShow.com.
Okay.
In case anybody wants to be on the show.
Excellent. And hopefully, you get some more viewers tuning in. All right.
All right.
Hector, listen, I want you to get well. Definitely.
Thank you.
First and foremost, definitely get yourself 100%. And we gotta have you. We gotta have you here in studio.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
As soon as
next time I will make it. I promise.
we go live twice a month. Okay. And the World Cup is coming up in June, so we gotta get you in here. And
Yes, in June you'll have me for the World Cup.
and I also want to try and get Jamie and yourself on the same show.
Yes.
For that,
yes.
okay, we have some type of reunion, and before.
Yes, you want to just see a fight between me and Jamie there.
Well,
that's
I'll
all.
sit in the middle. You guys,
You
you guys could go. I'll sit in the middle, okay?
want to throw that red flag up going, no, what are you doing?
I want to hand out the red card.
Red card,
Right.
red flag. Oh, I'm thinking football now.
One more thing, Hector. Before you go, please, the Staten Island Soccer League viewers want to hear that goal. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hector Bosa from
The Home Invaders
the
Variety.
Home Invaders Variety Show. All right, Hector, thanks for calling. Get well. We'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, that was the one and only.
That's right.
was
He is
the
the
one.
hardest, the baddest, the sexiest man on cable access TV. Mr. Home Invaders himself, Mr. Hector Bosa.
Wait, you're saying he's the sexiest man? You?
No, that's his.
You just said it.
He is. I'm a friend. That's how Hector starts
You're
the show.
saying he's a sexy man. What does that got to do with anything?
Hey, that's the slogan.
All right. Anyhow, yeah, that's great. Hector, get well, and we'll see you soon. All right. Since we got about 20 to go here, Brian, you have a couple of. We're gonna go right to Major League Professional Soccer standings. All right. I think we're gonna start you off with the English Premier League. Let's go over a couple of teams. The standings are right there.
All right.
And take it away, Brian. Let's see what we got.
Well, so for here on top of the division in the division of the English Premier League, it's Liverpool.
It is the Barclays Premier League, right?
Yes, the Barclays Premier
Barclay.
League.
Is it
Barclay.
Barclay. Okay.
Barclay, not Barclay.
Take it away, Brian.
Well, Barclay in the division, number one team, Liverpool.
Liverpool. What's their record?
They are 24, 5 draws. They have lost 5 times.
Okay.
They had at least scored 93 goals, and they assisted about 42 of them.
How many wins do they have?
24 wins.
24 and 5. We're gonna see who has the most wins in all these major leagues. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then you
24.
have Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea has about 23 wins.
23. Okay.
Yeah, 6 draws, 5 losses. And
Okay.
number 3, Manchester City. They have about 22 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Then you have Everton. They have about 19 wins, 9 draws, 5 losses.
Right.
Then you have Arsenal. You know who likes Arsenal? Spike Lee.
Okay. Arsenal.
He likes Arsenal, and they are 19-7-7.
19. Wow. Okay. That's not a bad record.
I know.
That's still not
it was
a bad.
actually, it's also known as a very good year.
Okay. What do you got there? That's
Thousand
the top.
balls, once
Does
again.
that wrap up the top 5, 6?
That's the 5. That's number 6 is Tottenham Hotspur.
Where's Man U?
Number 7
Oh, okay.
after it.
All
They
right.
are 17-6-10.
Wow.
The bottom of the list is Sunderland.
Yeah.
They only won about 6 games.
Okay.
They drew it about 7 times.
Just go up to top 10, and then we'll go on to the next one, because
Well-
we have a special guest in the studio there. New first-time soccer player that wants to make an appearance once we're
yeah?
done here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she plays for the Richmond Town. I'm not sure. She could tell us when she comes in.
Whatever they are.
Yeah.
So Manchester U is right now 17-6-10. Southampton is
Right.
13-9-12. Newcastle United, 14 wins, 4 draws, 16 losses. So they actually lost more than the wins.
That's not good at all.
Then
We
you
could-
have Stoke City.
Stoke. Yeah.
Stoke, if you wanted to, never mind. 11 wins, 10 draws, 13 losses.
Okay.
West Ham United.
West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah. West Ham.
Not East Ham, West Ham.
West Ham. Okay.
They have about 10 wins, 7 draws, and they lost about 16 times.
That's not good at all.
No, it's not. Then
They're
you have-
probably going to get demoted.
Yes.
back
Crystal
down.
Palace, which
Yeah.
is the name. 11, 4,
Renegade.
and 18.
Okay.
Hull City. That's right. That's how it's spelled. HUL on Hull.
Well,
10 wins, 6 losses, 6 draws, 17 losses.
okay.
Then you have Aston Villa, 9 wins, 7 draws, 17 losses.
17.
Yes. Then you have number 15th, Swansea City, 8 wins, 9 draws, 17 losses. Then you have West Bromwich Albion, 6 wins, 15 draws, 12 losses.
All right, that's the bottom of the barrel. And we're not going to go through all of them.
Yeah.
You know what? The teams at the bottom don't get the airtime.
No, they
I don't think they don't. I don't think they deserve it.
No.
They don't deserve it.
Yes.
Let's move on. Since we're pressing for time now, we're gonna move on to the Major League Soccer.
Oh boy.
All right, and I'll go down the list with this one, Brian.
Yes.
You know, as we all know, Major League Soccer just started their season. 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
Some teams have played 6,
Yeah.
but I guess we're 6 weeks in technically.
Yeah.
Some teams have only played 4. So depending on the schedule, it's not all accurate. In the East, right? We got the Eastern Conference table. Columbus is on top with a 3-1-1 record. All right, and Toronto FC sitting right behind them. They're actually tied in points. Columbus is 3-1-1. Toronto is 3-0-2. Okay, so and then we got Kansas City in third.
Sporting Kansas City.
Sporting, and then we got DC United, who just beat the New Jersey Red Bull. Oh, did I say New Jersey?
New
Where do
Jersey.
they play? They play in
Harrison, New Jersey.
the New Jersey Red Bull. Is that
Right.
correct? Or was it New York Red Bull?
New York Red
Oh,
Bulls.
it's New York. Why is it New York if they're playing Jersey?
Because they couldn't. Because
I don't get it.
to
But
save
anyhow.
to spare on taxes.
They just beat the Red Bull.
I don't know.
Speaking of DC United, on Saturday night, 1-0, or 1-0, I should say. Okay, so DC sitting in 4th place. New England,
The Fusion, right?
no, the
New-
Revolution.
Revolution.
The
I was about to call them Patriots, but that's the that's
the
football.
Fusion. We have a player from the Fusion out in the lobby there that
Oh, really?
they'll make their entrance in a couple minutes
From New England.
from New York. The
Really?
New York Fusion.
A New York Fusion.
So New England's sitting at 2-1-3. Philadelphia Union.
Yes.
1 win, 4 ties, and 1 loss. Boy, those ties could really.
Who owns the team? Isn't that Bon Jovi's team?
I'm not sure.
No, he doesn't own the team. It was
No,
Soul.
it's not. All right, so let's see. Okay. We said Philadelphia. We have Houston at number 7, Chicago number 8, New York Red Bull sitting at number 9 with 0 wins, 4 ties, and 2 losses. 4 ties and 2 losses. Bad start for New York. I mean, you're gonna have to look how many teams you gotta try and climb over.
Yeah.
So they're digging themselves a hole right now.
And the last team is Montreal Impact.
The Impact.
I don't understand it here. You have a Canadian team, and they play in an Italian named stadium, Seduto.
Well, that
What's
doesn't
that?
always guarantee
Yeah.
success.
Right.
But
They just got recently a new premiere, by the way, for the what's going on the parties. This lady Montreal lost.
right.
So there's been a political change in Montreal.
So Montreal wraps up the Eastern Conference in number 10 spot with 0 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. Western Conference of the Major League Soccer, top team for now, 6 games in, FC Dallas with 4 wins. That's the most in Major Leagues right now.
Yeah.
4 wins with 1 loss and 1 tie.
Incredible.
All right, they lead everybody with 13 points. They're the top team in soccer right now. Colorado is 3-1-1. Seattle Sounders 3 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Real Salt Lake, they're at 2 wins, 4 draws. They haven't lost a game yet. That's pretty good. But you see, the ties could really hurt you. 4 of them, and they were in 4th place. The Vancouver Whitecaps, a team that used to play, well, at least the name.
In the North American Soccer League.
Exactly, the Whitecaps. They
So
brought
the
them back.
Sounders,
So why aren't the New York Cosmos in the Major League Soccer?
because of the Red Bulls. It was actually Metro Stars. They could have at least,
They could try and make it to MLS, the
Right.
Cosmos. I think I'd like to see them in a major league instead of a semi.
or somebody pay off the Red Bulls and you bring the Cosmos in back.
Well, anyhow, we got the LA Galaxy.
But the problem is the naming rights, because the name rights is Red Bull Stadium.
Yeah, well,
You would have to change. You would have to change the name.
the Red Bulls own the rights to that. I'm sure there's a
Right,
once
but
the
if
contract
the Red Bulls
expires. Once the contract expires,
Yeah.
we might have another caller coming into the to the show. Let's see. Yes, good evening. Yes. All right, I guess that was
Thanks for calling.
that was a recording from a radio station, I guess. Anyhow, we got LA Galaxy. They're sitting at 2 wins, a loss, and a tie. Chivas USA 1 win, 3 draws, and 2 ties. Portland, another expansion. I think that's a second-year team. 0 wins, 4 ties, 2 losses, and San Jose is a little surprising because they were a good team. I guess they're in the rebuilding mode right now with 0 wins, 2 draws, and 2 ties, sitting at the bottom of the Western Conference with only 2 points, and I think last in the league with only 2 points. That's a shame. They're going through a rebuilding stage.
Of course.
Brian, I'm going to give you the women's league that just started. They're only, 1 game in. So
All right.
it's pretty simple. You could just go run down the teams real quick
All right.
before we wrap up the show. We got about 10 to go.
Okay. Well, for starters, the Seattle Reign Football Club just got 1 win, 1 loss. Western New York Flash. They
Right.
also got a win on the board.
That's the team that represents New York, but they play
Where?
they play upstate, near
Western,
Buffalo.
Probably.
Yeah.
Portland Thorns FC. What they have already 1 win themselves too. Football Club Kansas City had a tie.
Okay.
Sky Blue FC, another tie. Chicago Red Stars didn't play yet, which
They didn't play a game yet. They probably start the season this week.
who knows.
Okay.
Houston Dash has 1 loss.
All right.
Washington Spirit 1 loss, and the Boston Breakers also a loss.
The Boston Breakers. Now, last year, the New York Flash lost in the finals.
Against who?
They lost to, let's see, off the top of my head, I have to probably, was it the Boston? No, it wasn't Boston. Could have been one of the top teams, like a Seattle. They
Who knows?
lost, yeah.
Who's on? Wait, isn't your favorite on Seattle?
KC. Well, this is last season's standings, 2013.
But your favorite's on Seattle, isn't it?
Yes.
Hope Solo.
Yes. Well, she's from Seattle.
Right.
Yeah, but she married a football player.
No, she was not from Seattle. She was originally from the Bronx.
She was from the Bronx?
She was from the Bronx.
No, she really?
I think her father was from the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she married a football player.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's no Han, I can tell you that.
And then we're not talking about European football. We're talking about American football.
Oh, yes.
Right. So we got one more division, the Italian Serie A to go over.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take over this one. Juventus
Mm-hmm.
won a game. They played actually yesterday. They won, I believe it was 2-0. And they maintained their 8-point lead over AS Roma.
How nice.
Yes, the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to catch Juventus, but I don't think it's going to happen. I believe with 4 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 games to go, and you could look that up. Brian might be looking that up right now. Napoli sitting in 3rd place. They're sitting pretty. I don't believe they're going to move up any further in the standings. They're at 67 points.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, sorry. Hupsel was born in Washington.
Seattle. Right.
No, Richmond, Washington.
Okay, but
It's a
that's
suburb of Seattle.
right. It's close enough.
Yes.
So Roma is not. I think Roma's locked into the 2nd place
Mm-hmm.
with 4 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
Fiorentina is also, I believe, they're locked into the 4th place. Inter Milan, number 5, at 53 points. Parma, number 6. Torino, sitting at number 7. AC Milan, I believe that's where Super Mario was playing.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a not so good season, but I believe they'll bounce back next year and also in the World Cup for his national team. Number 9, Lazio. Number 10,
My Atalanta.
exactly. That's your favorite team. Next time when someone asks you who's your team, that's your team right there. All right, that'll wrap up. I mean, number 11, Hellas Verona, Sampdoria, Genoa, Onadesi, and the rest of the teams don't get any airtime because they're on the bottom of the table.
Especially number 17, Bologna. Everybody knows in Italian it means baloney.
Full of baloney. Exactly. You know what, Brian? You're going to go close out the show. We're going to bring in the newest Richmond Town. Let her say the name of the team. We'll bring her in, and we'll
right.
talk to her for the next couple of minutes while you close out the show. Once
Okay.
again, ladies and gentlemen, Ariana from the Richmond Town. Bring it on in.
Not
Ariana.
that thing.
Bring it on in. Let's see
Yeah,
what she's
bring it
got.
in.
Let's see what she has to say. All right, just to get yourself comfortable here. Let's move you in a little bit. Speak into the mic. How you doing, Ariana?
Good.
So, you got any news? I believe that you'll be playing soccer, right? You have to speak into the mic and look at the camera there. What do you think? What do you think about playing soccer? You're finally on a team. You finally accepted. You finally said yes to playing soccer. You have to answer. Nodding your head is not going to work because yes? And don't be shy. Speak loud, okay? Now, how do you feel about finally being on a team?
I feel happy because I really want to play it.
Right. Speak a little louder, okay?
I really want to play.
You really want to play, right? You really want to play soccer. Now, what do you want to do? Like, what do you expect to do on the team or during a game? What do you expect to do? Do you want to? What position do you want to play?
Well, of course not goalie.
Of course. Wait. What do you mean? Of course not goalie. I played goalie my whole life.
Wonder why?
Why don't you want to be like me? You want to be like Mike?
Maybe goalie.
All right.
Maybe.
Tell me why. No. You're not going to play anything that you don't want to play. Whatever you want to play, you play. So tell me why you don't want to play goalie. Go ahead.
Because like when everyone's else playing, I want to try to shoot the ball, not get the ball.
You don't want to. You don't want to save it. You want to
No.
shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Any reason why? Is there any reason why you don't want to save the ball?
Because I really want to shoot it, and I really instead of saving it, I will like kicking it in the net.
Wow, kicking it. Oh, so you like to score goals? So you just want to score goals like another family member of yours that does that, right?
Yes.
Who's that?
Gabriella.
What does she do?
She does
She's a forward,
forward.
and she scores goals like a scoring machine, right? She's like a machine. Scores, bang, 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 bang. She keeps scoring goals. All right, that's not a bad idea. Do you know what position you're going to play?
Forward.
forward, right. Do you know what number you're going to be?
I think
What number would you like to be?
10.
Number 10. Wow. Yeah, high five. High five for number 10. All right, well, you heard it there. I mean, Ariana finally accepted a contract. She signed. How long are you going to play for?
Till I'm 19.
Till you're 19. So, wow. You're going to be playing for 12 years. You signed a 12-year contract to play soccer, right?
Yes.
All right. You know what? I got to say, I'm glad you came on to the soccer show and you confirmed that you're playing soccer now for the first time on the team. I'm glad that you came on to my soccer show and you made that announcement. And I want to wish you all the best of luck. But you know what's so important?
What?
When you're playing on a team, what's the very important thing you need to do?
To shoot goals.
You need to listen to your coach. And you got to practice and tell your dad to take you to the park every day. And then when you have practice with your team, you practice with your team. And you're going to be the best you can be, right? Okay.
And can I say one more last
Oh,
thing?
sure. You go ahead. You take it away. Take the show over. Why not? Go right ahead.
My first soccer team,
Yes.
soccer game or practice, is on Daddy's birthday.
I think your first game? Okay. That's very good. Do you know who you're playing your first game?
No.
No, you don't know yet? We'll look that up. We'll have to go online and look that up. What else do you like about soccer? Why did you decide that you want to go play? Why? What made you decide?
Because you get to run around and you get to shoot the ball in the net.
Right.
And you get, "Atta baby!"
Oh, you scream. What do you scream? What is that?
"Atta baby!"
Oh, you say "atta baby" when you score a goal?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It makes you feel good?
Yeah.
And then you hug your teammates, right? That's one thing you have to do too. Because don't forget, it's not just you playing. You have 6, 7, 8 more kids. So you hug your teammates, right?
Or
All right.
maybe 10 kids.
You know what? I think she has all the mental part of it. Like, you know what you want to do. You just got to go out there and now show that you could do it, I think. You know, I've seen you practice. I know how hard your kicks are. I think you take after your sister when it comes to that. That's for sure, because she's got a shot that no goalie wants to save. And I think you're right there behind her with that kick.
And I'm a good goalie. Just saying, because
Whoa, what do you mean just saying? You think you know it all? You come on my show and say, just saying I'm a good goalie? Really?
soccer field.
Okay. Go ahead. Take it away.
At the soccer field, me and Dad were at the soccer field. We were practicing together,
Right.
and I was the goalie. You were trying to shoot on me, and you never got a goal except for 4 times.
Right. Okay. Well, you know what? Look at this. The Cosmo song is on. We need to hear it a little louder because it's low in here. But that's a sign that the show is about to
Dun
end.
dun dun
What
dun.
you're going to do now is you're going to wave to the camera, say goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody say everyone, thank you for watching the Staten Island Soccer Report. Say it.
What did I say
Thank
again?
you. Thank you for watching
Thank
the
you.
Staten Island Soccer Report.
For watching
All right, ladies and
Staten
gentlemen,
Island
thank you once
Soccer
again.
Report.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Get the ball.
Come on, yeah.